welcome to, oh no, it's due tomorrow, the guide to building good home study skills. As a teacher and tutor for over 20 years, I have worked with all types of students, ranging from those who have been fortunate enough to earn straight A's to those who have had the unfortunate experience of receiving rather unimpressive grades. Although each student is a unique individual, I have found that students have many things in common when it comes to practicing poor home study habits. Many seem to make the same mistakes when it comes to starting, completing, and turning in their homework. They also make similar mistakes in budgeting their time, use the same excuses for not finishing their work, and show similarities in their attitudes about homework and tests. I have come to the simple conclusion that the better your home study habits, the better you will do in school. Therefore, I would like to share my observations with you and show you how you can become a better student by building good home study skills.
Meet Buddy Jones, our representation of every student and their home study habits.
I can't believe Dad let me borrow his car today. Oh, God, I forgot my hairbrush.
Yes, Buddy represents the good and bad in all students. In this case, those students who feel that their hair is more important than their homework.
School without this. God, I'm late.
Step number 1, be organized.
I've watched students go through their notebooks for what seems like hours, frantically searching for misplaced assignments. The time that they spend looking for these assignments could be better spent doing them. Organization is a major part of good study skills. Organized students maintain neat notebooks and know where all their assignments are at all times. Show me an unorganized student, and you'll hear remarks like these.
I know that paper's in here somewhere. Can I borrow a pencil? I'll start my homework when I find my worksheet. I could swear I put that paper right here. My paper's a mess because I couldn't find an eraser. Oops. Keeping an organized notebook can be accomplished by following 6 simple steps. Have a separate section for each subject. Have a pencil case filled with pens, pencils, erasers, and any other supplies you might need. Always keep plenty of paper in your notebook. Have a separate compartment for assignments due the next day. Know where to find everything in your notebook. And always keep an organized file at home.
Here's how an organized file makes studying easier. Let's say you have a history midterm and you need to find an old test to use to study. All you have to do is open your organized file, find the H section, and pull out that history test. Now you're ready to study. This is an example of an unorganized at-home file. I wonder how long it would take to find that same history test in this unorganized file. In case you forgot the steps, let's go over them again. When this tape is over, you're going to take a look at your own notebook and answer the following questions. Does each subject have its own section? Do you have enough paper and supplies? Do you know where every paper you need today is? Could you pull out all assignments due tomorrow within 3 seconds? Now, turn it upside down. Did everything stay in place? If your answer to all these questions was no, then why not start your program right after this tape by getting your notebook organized?
Tip number 2, write all assignments down.
In my work as a tutor, by far the most widespread mistake I have seen is students not writing down their assignments. Here are the most common reasons they give for their failure to do so.
I have a good memory. I only have one assignment. I didn't have any paper. I can always call someone. I couldn't find a pencil. I'll recognize the page when I see it.
No matter what the excuse, not writing down homework assignments is never a good idea. Even if you have a great memory, something can happen that will jolt it. Buddy couldn't find a pencil when his teachers assigned his homework, so he is trusting his memory. He is walking home from school reciting his assignments to help him remember. Along comes Tina, the most popular girl in school.
History 36, Math 34. History 36, Math 34. History 36, Math 34. History 36, Math 34.
Not only is Buddy mixed up his assignments, but Tina's boyfriend won't be happy either.
The next day, Buddy writes down his homework, but leaves the scrap of paper he wrote it on at school. Once again, he tries reciting it to help him remember. Along comes the class bully.
Have you been messing with Tina? Oh, no. I hear you two have something going. And don't talk to her again. Math 30, no. PE 22. Art 64, no. PE 64. Art 22. Math 24. PE 64.
The time is now 4 o'clock. Buddy doesn't remember his math assignment, so he decides to call Arnold, his best friend. Arnold's mother tells him that he's not at home. He then decides to call Mary Daly. The only problem is that he doesn't know her telephone number. Unfortunately, as he searches the phone book, he discovers that there are 3 ways to spell Daly and 9 Dalys listed. He tries more students, but they're either not at home, have a brother or sister on the line who won't give up the phone, or don't know what the assignment is either. After 1 hour of calls, Buddy still hasn't reached anyone. In this time, he could have done the assignment twice. And now, tip number 3. Check your backpack before and after school.
Unfortunately, writing down your assignments is just half the battle. The other half involves bringing home the right book. Bringing home the wrong book is a very common error, but it can be avoided by following these simple steps.
Before you leave school in the afternoon, ask yourself these questions. Did I write all of my assignments down? Do I have all of the right books? Do I have all the worksheets I need? Are there any special notes that I am supposed to bring home? Do I have all of the supplies I need?
Students can be careless before school as well. Therefore, before you leave for school in the morning, look in your backpack and answer these questions.
Do I have all the supplies I need for today? Do I have my assignment sheet or book? Did I pack all of my homework? Do I need to bring any special notes to school today? Did I pack all of my books?
Never assume you have everything you need. Always check it out. Make checking your backpack and answering these questions a daily habit, like brushing your teeth or combing your hair.
Next, work in a well-lit, neat, and quiet place.
The best place to do your homework or study is in a comfortable chair at a neat, well-lit table or desk. If the table or desk is messy, the odds are high you will misplace your work. Many students like to do their homework or study on the floor in front of the television. They claim watching television does not distract them and make studying more pleasant or fun. However, what they don't realize is that they spend more time looking up at the television than they do actually doing their homework. The student winds up taking 2 to 3 hours to complete work that should only take 1 hour. There's a time for study and there's a time for entertainment. If you keep them separate, you'll have more time for each.
Make the most of your homework time.
It is very important to set a homework schedule. If possible, you should do your homework no later than 30 to 60 minutes after you get home from school. Completing homework as soon as possible is a parent pleaser and a good study habit as well. You should estimate how long you think each assignment will take, plan how much time you're going to spend on each, and stick to the schedule. One reason it is wise to do your homework as soon as you can is that students often underestimate how long it will take them to complete an assignment. Last night, Buddy scheduled 30 minutes to complete an assignment that required 3 hours.
Buddy! Buddy, wake up! Buddy, this is what happens when you don't start your homework until 9 o'clock. You must have fallen asleep right in the middle of your assignment. What kind of grade do you expect to get anyway?
Dad, I didn't have time to finish my assignment, and I got a D.
So, you didn't have time to do a good job, and you end up getting a D? Why'd you wait so long? Why'd you wait till the last minute? I told you not to do that. You never learn. You've got time for lots of other things. You have time to go to the movies. You've got time to play video games. You've got time to listen to the radio. And you've got time to talk to that Tiffany. Yeah, right, Tiffany, who calls up all the time. I'm getting sick and tired of her calling up every 10 minutes and answering the phone and hearing her say, "Hi, is Buddy there?" Young man, when I was your age, I finished my homework before I had dinner. Right, before I had dinner. And if I didn't finish it, I starved. And just look at me now. Listen, buddy, you better get your act together, and I mean fast.
Are you done with your homework, Buddy?
Yes, Mom.
It's Tuesday already. Why don't you work on your report?
God, Mom, that's not due until Thursday.
But what if you have a lot of other homework tomorrow?
Come on, Mom, you know we never have that much homework on Wednesday.
The next day, Wednesday, Buddy comes home with more homework than he ever thought was possible. If only he had done his work on Tuesday.
Are you done with your homework, Buddy?
Yes, Mom, it was a late night.
It's Tuesday. Why don't you work on your essay on an inventor?
That's not due until Thursday.
But what if you're sick
feel just fine. There is no way I'm going to be sick.
To his surprise, Buddy wakes up the next morning feeling very sick. He winds up staying home from school and spending most of the day with his head over the toilet. The last thing he feels like doing is that essay. At least his illness gives him an idea. Find out who invented the toilet and write about him. But that will be hard to do because he doesn't feel up to the task. If only he had written the essay on Tuesday. Putting things off until tomorrow is one of the worst mistakes a student can make. Why take a chance? There are so many things that can happen tomorrow.
Tip number 6. Plan, pace, and prepare.
First, let's talk about book reports. I'm going to share a very important tip with you. It helps to read the book. I've seen countless students who, upon realizing they put off reading a book so long that they don't have time to both read it and write the report, have to rely on friends, book summaries, or the movie version of the book for their information. Secondhand information from friends is not reliable. Book summaries don't tell you what you need, and a teacher doesn't want to see a movie actor's name substituted for the real character. A research report also requires planning, pacing, and diligent preparation. Too many times I've seen students who have waited until the night before a report is due, frantically copying from a couple of books, changing words as best they can in an effort to have something to turn in. Something, just anything, to turn in. When you are assigned a book report, plan, pace, and prepare. Set a target date for finishing the book. Plan how many pages you'll need to read each night to finish by that date. By pacing yourself, you will not be stuck in a last-minute panic situation. And who knows? You may find the book so interesting that you finish it long before your target date.
Gosh, Hamlet was a good book.
Buddy, when is your research paper due?
Tomorrow, but don't worry, I finished it. And I even proofread it, too.
How wonderful! You have such great study habits. Are you done with your homework, Buddy?
Yes, Mom, I didn't have too much tonight.
Are you going outside now?
No, I think with all this extra time, I think I'd rather stay inside and work on the report that's due next week.
What a wonderful idea! You sure know how to plan ahead.
Always put your homework in the proper place.
We've all heard that infamous excuse, "The dog ate my homework." These are words that are used to describe a situation where a student has completed his or her homework but is unable to produce it for the teacher. There's nothing more frustrating than working hard and doing a great job on an assignment only to be unable to find it when it's time to turn it in. I've seen students toil over assignments for hours, only to leave them on a table, on the floor, or in the back seat of a car. Then the following things can and do happen, as I have seen every one of the following events really occur. Buddy has been very diligent today and has finished his homework early. Unfortunately, when he's done, he leaves it on the kitchen table. Let's see what happens to that paper.
Hello? Oh, hi, Aunt Mabel. How you doing? Good. What's up? Sure. Well, here's the pen. Hold on a second. There's no paper around here. Just a second. There's everything when you want it. Oh, here it is. Hold on a second. Okay, what's the message? Thursday, 5 p.m. Coming over here? Okay. We'll look forward to seeing you then. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
Sweetheart, are you grading paper still?
I'm on the last one, dear. I'm almost finished. Aunt Maybelle coming to dinner Thursday at 5? Buddy can just do this one over again.
Buddy has finally finished his homework, and he happily goes off to shoot hoops. Uh-oh, what study tip did he just break? And what do you think is going to happen to that paper?
Honey, can you take out the garbage?
Well, where's Buddy?
He's in his room studying for a test.
All right, all right. Doesn't anybody pick up anything around here anymore? When I was young, I worked. I walked 3 miles to high school. I finished my homework before dinner, and I took out the garbage.
Where's that paper? Can't believe Dad threw away that paper. Won't do it. Here it is. Thank God. Honey?
Yes, dear?
What are you doing? Are you coming to bed?
I'll be there in a few minutes. I just have 2 more papers to grade. Ew. This paper looks like garbage. Even smells like garbage.
Buddy! Are you done with your atom project?
I just finished it, Ma.
Put it away! You don't want anything to happen to it!
I'll do it in a minute.
Aunt Mabel, I'll be right there. Go on in and sit down.
All right, I'll see you soon. Oh, boy, am I tired. She needs to fix the springs on this couch. Harriet, I think I broke your couch.
No, no!
Bobby! Did you finish your science project on volcanoes?
I finished the project and the report.
Well, did you put them away? Your father will be home any minute. Remember what happened to your other project?
I'll be in a minute, Ma. Chill out.
It took Buddy weeks to complete this project. It would have only taken seconds to put it away.
That boy's always outside shooting hoops. He doesn't spend as much time doing his homework like I did when I was his age. Man, am I thirsty. Oh, good. Okay. What's on, Buddy? Harriet, help! Help! What is this? Oh my
All of these
God!
events would not occur if students would just follow one simple rule. Put all homework assignments and projects in the proper place immediately. Don't say you'll do it after you have a snack, make a phone call, or go outside to play. All it takes is a couple of seconds for parents, siblings, pets, or the forces of nature to take control.
Do your homework neatly and accurately.
Students should always take pride in their work. Your assignments should be neat, legible, and carefully prepared. No teacher wants to read an assignment that looks like it's been written on a roller coaster. Careful work means writing as legibly as you can, with as few mistakes as humanly possible. Doing careful work means not ripping papers out of your notebook and not constantly scratching out. And one thing you should never, never do is write over a pencil mistake with pencil. That is so lazy. It only takes 1 second to turn the pencil over and erase.
Always maintain a positive attitude. A positive attitude makes studying easier, creates less tension, and gives a student confidence. Students with negative attitudes often set themselves up for failure. When it comes to tests, however, attitude alone is not enough. Here is the first of 4 possible combinations of study and attitude habits.
It is Monday. Buddy is having a history test on the Civil War Friday. Here's an example of the worst approach: a negative attitude and no studying.
Civil War is too confusing. There are too many generals and battles to remember. Why even bother to stay? I'm going to flunk anyway. God, why do I have to be so dumb?
With no studying and a negative attitude, Buddy is sure to fail. In the next combination, even though Buddy is going to study, his continued negative attitude could make him nervous and cause him to miss questions.
Civil War is too confusing. There's so many generals and battles to remember. Even though I'm going to study for hours, still going to flunk.
Now let's see what happens to Buddy with no studying and a positive attitude.
This chapter on the Civil War is just too long and too boring. I'm not going to even bother to study. But lucky for me, I'm smart. Just saw a movie on the Civil War. I'm going to ace the test anyway.
Unfortunately for Buddy, there were questions on the test that were not covered in the movie.
Finally, Buddy gets it right. Studying plus a positive attitude.
I know if I study every night this week, I'll do great on that test on Friday. My intelligence coupled with my incredible study habits will get me an A+.
Aim high and strive to reach your goals.
The purpose of this tape has been to demonstrate how using good home study skills can help you do better in school. Another goal has been to inspire you to strive for excellence in your work. Too many students do not have the confidence, motivation, or desire to put in the effort needed to do their very best work. They also do not set high enough goals for themselves, thinking that A's are out of their reach. It is my belief that any student can achieve his or her goals if he is willing to learn what it will take to reach them, develop a plan to get there, and stick to the plan no matter what. Buddy was an average student who longed to be the speaker at his 12th grade graduation. In his 4 years in high school, he failed to win any awards or receive any kind of special recognition. Therefore, he believed that by being chosen as the speaker, as his father had before him, he would prove to himself that he was indeed capable of achieving a high academic goal. Buddy's was indeed a lofty goal. He knew to achieve it, he would have to plan, pace, and prepare. His plan was to write an interesting, creative, and humorous speech that would stand out from all the others and to give a dynamite presentation. He started to write the speech long before it was due, so he would have time to make additions and corrections. He spent almost 3 days writing and rewriting his speech until it was just the way he wanted it to be. In addition, he rehearsed presenting it so many times that he could say it in his sleep.
A lot of his friends tried to discourage him, believing that the odds were just against him. However, Buddy refused to give up his dream and practiced the speech up until the moment it was time to present it to the judges. To his amazement, he was selected as one of the graduating speakers. The point of this example is simple. There is no goal too high or dream too distant. It was one of the best moments of Buddy's life, and his parents' lives too.
That's my boy. That's my buddy.
Let me take a picture of the graduating speaker and his father.
Like Buddy, choose a goal, decide what you'll need to accomplish it, and go after it. Doing well in school does not have to be an impossible dream. It is a goal that can be attained by something as simple as sticking to the 10 study tips in this tape. As I stated before, following these guidelines does not guarantee that you will become a straight A student. But if you stick to them, you will surely spend less time tracking friends down on the telephone, searching garbage cans for assignments, and thinking of explanations to give your teachers and parents about lost papers and low grades.